All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. It's the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD fam, I hope you had a great time at the table for Thanksgiving, fam.
Oh yeah, I had a solid Thanksgiving week. Now, as far as the Saints go, everything has gone to. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. So let's do it.
Okay, well, what's up, Who That Nation? Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. As far as your lives go. Now, obviously, the New Orleans Saints, we definitely that definitely wasn't a good event to take place, and the result of that, while enjoying our Thanksgiving, but it is what it is. So, we wanted to take a few days off, enjoy Thanksgiving, the weekend, and now we're going to recap, that destruction that took place on Thanksgiving night. We're going to do that, and then we're also going to not recap. We're going to preview our upcoming matchup against the Cowboys this Thursday night. So
So
that's
you
how the show.
guys, you hear that, right? We're gonna recap an ass whooping and preview an ass whooping because that's what it looked like at this point.
Correct. So before we do that, let me go ahead and just give a shout out to the chat. Of course, the OG Jerry Pours in the building.
Shout out to you, Jerry. Hey, hold
And
on. Oh, you gonna have to get to that comment. You gonna have to
wait,
get to
wait,
that comment. You gonna have to
wait.
get to
Which,
that one.
which
The last saint, Eli Live. The last saint, Uptown is looking for you. He's not here right now, but he's looking for you. So we need you. We need you on here when Uptown is on. Shout out to you for being here though. Just wanted to point that one out.
we got Ethan Joe in the building. Said, I mean, at this point, we should just call it a season and wait till the 22 season. I don't know what Sean sees in the QB Trevor. We can give our thoughts on that when the show goes on, Ethan. So we'll definitely get back to this comment. Shout out to you, fam. And as more people show up in the chat, we'll highlight your comments during the show. So let's just go ahead and get in and recap this Bills game.
Yeah, I mean, look. First off, the game, just everything in general, it felt like a funeral. I mean, saying goodbye to number nine, truly saying goodbye to number nine with an actual crowd this time. Uh, the fate of the season, it just looks like it's coming to an end if it's not already. But yeah, just in general, it felt like a funeral, man. But yeah, let's get into it.
Right. So let's see. Let's start on the our offense. That obviously stood out. Both sides stood out, but offense. We start out with Trevor Simmons. I'm gonna read out the numbers. He was Simmons was 17 for 29 for 163 passing yards, 5.6 yards per pass. What one touchdown, one interception. Tony Jones, he was able to get a load this game. He had 16 attempts for 27 yards, average 1.7 yards per carry. And along with him, Ty Montgomery had 6 attempts for 14 yards. So they definitely just depleted our run game. And of course, the receiving game, it's nothing new to that as well. Marcus Callaway, 2 receptions for 24 yards. Deontay Harris, 1 reception for 9 yards. Lil Jordan, 3 receptions for 47. He had the most yards out of the receivers. Ty had 5 for 31. Traquan had 4 for 31. Offensive line, let's see. They played okay. So let's go ahead and recap the
Wait,
offense.
wait. You think the offensive line played okay?
I give him a C. I give him a C. Now
It,
that one I was that one pass block on Teron. I mean, Trevor, like he dropped back. They was even saying it during the game. He dropped back like 15 yards. So shoot, you got the DN running towards him. I mean, it's gonna be hard for Teron to keep trying to shuffle and pass block him, that deep. So
I just think it all stunk, man. I think the O line also played like shit. Um, It's just it all stinks pretty much. I mean, even the quarterback play. I feel like this, bro. Look, as far as the injuries go, we know where they stand. We know any team that gets beat up as bad as the Saints are right now, you know, it's going to be hard. You don't have your starting QB. You don't have what you're starting. I'm sorry, your two running backs. You don't have them.
Right.
You also got injuries on the O line. But at the same time, as far as we was talking about the receivers being bad and stuff, I feel like everything is just rubbing off on each other, man. The whole team is stinking right now. The whole team is stinking on every phase of the game. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I think O line. I didn't think they played all that great, to be honest with you. The run game, you know, as much as I always say, man, I just hope Shine he decides to run it more. I feel like our run game has been pretty mediocre to bad because of the blocking. So
Mhm.
that's why it's been the way it is. That's why it's been the way it is this whole season.
Right. I mean, far as I start on Simeon. Simeon, um, of course,
Bad.
he didn't play well. He didn't play well today, but and the result of that, they're probably going to go to Taysom. I mean, they done gave him some money, so you might as well go to him. Um, I didn't know at first. I knew they was trying to hold him out as an emergency player, but I thought he was gonna, play Thanksgiving night. But I guess his foot was still bothering him. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it for Trevor Simeon's little stink. But I will say, yeah, this game he didn't play well. But I won't go off of this 4 game skid and say he was the driving force of our 4 game skid. The 2 out of these 4 games he played fairly well, and he didn't have no supporting cast, and along with a support cast on the defense, nobody helped him out during this 4 games. So then when he played bad, now it's he trash and stuff like that. He a third string quarterback for a reason. Obviously, if he gives you 2 good games, it's probably a good decent chance that it's not going to be consistent like that. Because if it was consistent like that, the way he played those first 2 games, I think it would be, competing for. He would have been competing for a start spot somewhere, one of these 32 teams, or at least been a backup to somebody instead of a third string quarterback. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for Trevor, and we'll see what Taysom can do. But as far as the running game, the offensive line run blocking straight cheats. Like I said, it was 16 attempts for 27 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, you barely. I think that was like 1.7 yards attempt. So you doing that against a Bills team, and all that was doing was leading to 3 and outs, and you putting the ball in Josh Allen's hands, and we seen what was the result of that when he had the ball.
Oh
Besides
Lord.
those 2 turnovers he had, but yeah, pretty much like you said, you know, a whole shit show on the offense. Starting from the quarterback, the running back, offensive line. I think when I said it was okay, I thought they was okay, pass blocking, but run blocking they was cheats. In that the receivers was cheats as well.
Yeah, and Caesar Ruiz, like I said last show, not good.
Right.
Just
So
not good. He sucks. I'm just keeping it real with you. He sucks and he needs to play better. Just the reality.
and I mean, and well, like I said, I ain't gonna, well, he do suck, man.
He
I, I'm,
sucks. He
I ain't,
sucks.
yeah,
He
yeah,
sucks.
he
He
suck,
sucks. Yes.
and it's debatable if it's worse than Pete. The thing with Pete always been a good run blocker, good screen run blocker. I mean, he had a strength to him. To me, it was just mainly his pass blocking that was trash. But Pete had a strength to him as offensive lineman. Ruiz, I don't see none of that in him. But like I said, all of this on the offensive side, it starts with Sean Payton. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we can, like you said, we can sit here and call out injuries here and there. Yeah, we don't have Mike. Yeah, we didn't have AK and Mark, but we had AK. The Atlanta game, we had Mark. The two games after that, we had enough to get the job done. Now, the lineup going out there against the Bills, though, I think this would have got it done. No, but we could
Hell
have,
no.
yeah, just keeping it hot. No, I really wasn't, too confident on this game, but the prior two games, the Titans and the Falcons, those games were winnable games. With Trevor back there and
Yeah.
the supporting cast, but the support cast didn't help him out. That wasn't nobody, really doing nothing.
And you know what, bro? If we talking about injuries, I don't know what's going on with everybody having knee injuries because I think Ram had a knee injury. I know AK did, and I guess Ingram said, "Shit, man, my knee hurts too." But all these knee injuries, I don't know if it plays a part. I just don't know. I don't know if it plays a part. If it's like a coincidence or is it just all aligned? I don't know, bro. Everybody knee hurting though.
Right. We could have grabbed on this 4 game scale. We could have grabbed at least two of these games.
Oh yeah,
Well,
definitely
as
the
far
top.
as that Eagles game, I
No,
can. We was
no.
missing both our tackles, so I'll just say the Eagles game. Okay, we take a L on that one, and then the Bills. But the first two, we could have won those games, and we could have been 6-7, and what, we 5-6 now, so we could have been 7-4 right now. But it is what it is, and you look back on these games, like the Giants games where we just laid an egg. Games like that. That's what haunts you. As time goes on, you get in situations like this where you don't have your two running backs or your two offensive tackles. You look back at games like that, that you could have won, that you should have won. But
Yeah,
oh, I mean, that's pretty. I mean,
the
for offense, for me, that's pretty much.
it really does sting though. Like the Giants game should have won that, and that was with Jameis. And all this talk about Jameis and how he doing. Look, bro, we was 5-2 with him, 5-2, and now we didn't finish the Bucks game with Jameis, but won that game. I'm just saying though, every game he started, bro. Really, the only game he really didn't play as well was the Panthers game. So
Yeah,
I mean, no, look, I'm just putting that out there just in case anybody got something to say about all these these quarterbacks and whatnot. I feel like Trevor at one point he went through the same thing Jameis was going through as far as the Falcons game and the Titans game. But of course he played bad these past 2 games, no doubt about it. But it's really everywhere.
that's true. This is all. I mean, as far as the offense, I mean, you guys pretty much seen the result of that out there. A bunch of
Yeah.
3 and outs.
And you know what? On that note, why you say that, coming into this game, I'm thinking like, how the hell are we going to score? If Mark Ingram ain't playing, how the hell are we going to score? And sure enough, we scored 6 points, right? So when you start thinking like, if you're not confident enough to score 6 in the game, how can you win the game? So I worry about this in every game this season. I'm sure we're going to get some guys back, but come on, man. If we struggling to score just 7, it's really hard to believe that we're going to win a single game, and that's even versus the Jets and the Dolphins. Call me crazy, but that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah. And I saw a little bit of that Dolphins game. They was playing like some dogs out
Oh
there.
yeah, oh yeah. You can't sit up here and you're like you can't play lousy football versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins even whooped up on the Ravens. So
Yep.
You can be crazy if you want to, and I mean, even the Jets beat the Titans. So really, all these games, man, as much as we used to say we can beat any team. At this point, the way it's looking, we can lose any one of these games, and really, that's because of the offense. I have no confidence in this offense whatsoever.
Right.
Even with Taysom, like Taysom, I get it. Taysom, he can get a little momentum going. But the personnel around him, just the receivers in general, the O line sucks. It's just not looking good. Even when Ram is out there, he's not even playing as good as he was playing his first few seasons. Okay, I just realized CB is frozen up, so I guess I'm gonna read some of these comments. The last Saint said, "Ain't nothing Uptown can see besides the obvious." The last Saint, the reason why I was kind of pointing you out because if you remember, you bet it if Taysom was going to start over Jameis, and that wasn't the case. Taysom did not win he did not win a job at the time. So what I'm saying is you lost that bet. So Uptown he would like some words with you. Ethan Jones, he's I'm sorry, Ethan Joe. He said, "Don't get me wrong, family. I love the Saints. I'm a diehard who that. But let's be real though, they are playing like garbage right now. Yeah, they're not playing really really good football. And we're going to get on the defensive side of the ball. Really, this is the part where I'm just like worried because this is like everything is just falling into a place of darkness. As far as the defense go, they're not even playing inspired football. They were the reasons why we had a chance to win games. And at this point, the defense is not playing so good right now. So it's just looking it's all looking bad right now. Um Pick it and flick it. Who that to you, bro? Eddie the Don. He said, "What's good, everybody?" Hey man, we just talking Saints football. But oh, shout out to you as well, DJ 420. Who that? RG. And Jasper,
I,
who that to you as well.
I see
So
a
we got
comment. The
feedback.
last Saint, he said the offensive circulation runs around the QB. The O line is bad. The QB is worse. I mean, yeah, that's. I agree with that to an extent, but
I
you know,
look. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off, CB, but I really do think he's trying really hard to make a case for Taysom starting. And look, Taysom might very well be starting real soon, but you can say that with this receiving core, which is arguably the worst in the NFL. I think it's really obvious that it's the worst in the NFL right now. And oh, by the way, Deontay Harris is suspended. You can say this, the O line really does stink, but you can sit up here and say the quarterback is worse. There is really nothing that I get. He was really inaccurate this past game. Um, but if you look at those first two games, he was accurate with the football. Guys was dropping passes and stuff. So when you say the quarterback is worse, I do not agree with you. I guess
right.
you're trying to make a case for Taysom starting, but bro, I'm telling you right now, any quarterback right now with this supporting cast is going to fail. That's just keeping it real with
The first two games, he put the ball right there for them to catch, and they were dropping passes. Started with Kevin White, Kenny Stills, Traquan dropped a few. I mean, if you Troutman, if you're not helping the quarterback out, somebody like that, and it's basically coming down to where he gotta carry the load, gotta try to carry the load. You probably, like I said, this is a third string quarterback we talking about. You put him in a situation of where the man have to try to carry the load, then yeah, you probably gonna get you some bad play from him. I mean, like I said, it's obviously why he's a third string quarterback for a reason. But if the man putting the ball on point, help build a man's confidence and catch the ball.
you.
So
And
if
that
these receivers, I don't see what Taysom is going to do no different than what Trevor done those first two games if the receivers ain't going to catch the football.
and just like Eddie the Don says, they're going to load the box against us.
Yep, they gonna do that because you can put your cornerbacks one on one. Nobody needs no. No safety need to help none of these corners out. You can be one on one. None of these receivers ain't getting no type of separation.
But I
So
think he's
you can just
referring.
sack the ball.
I think he's referring to if Taysom were to start, which he very well may be starting soon.
And then if they do that, then you're gonna have to rely on your receivers to get something shaking. So
Oh
I mean
boy.
that's what I'm saying. The way it's looking now, it ain't looking too good because our receivers is not creating no kind of separation. Troutman was creating a little separation, but he wasn't catching the football. So
No, yeah, that's really hilarious. Like, I mean, it's not hilarious, but it's hilariously bad. But I'm just saying, bro. Trotman and Deontay, the guys that could get separation, ain't gonna be on the field for a while. So how the hell are we all? How are we gonna get past the 50-yard line? How the hell is it gonna happen, CD? Because I just don't see it at this point. I know we're gonna talk about a preview show soon, but like, how are we moving the ball? I just don't see it.
well, I mean, this right here, this is what teams they can run a basic defense against us and do this right here, and then that's gonna be aimed towards Kamar at the backfield, Kamar and Mike, and you got Taysom back there. They just gonna stack up and kill that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the optimism, Jerry.
okay, well let's hop on the defensive performance.
Oh
As far as
boy.
these juice
Oh
boys,
my.
it's no kind of juice boys. They need to stop saying that.
Shit, the water boy.
And that might have been why they stopped, juice boying in the pregame huddles. So they definitely not doing that.
Bruh, like I was saying, everything is rubbing off on each other. Like all the bad is just rubbing off on one each other. Because I mean, the defense, bruh, this defense, I don't even know these dudes anymore, man. Um, I don't. We gonna talk about names, but as far as this run defense, I look the Eagles game. I was like, man, maybe it's just we just mash up really really bad.
Right.
But this might what Singletary, man? Are you kidding me? It's just it's all bad, man. Like they're running right up the gut.
Yeah.
I just don't know these dudes anymore. And by the way, in the past two games, they had two rushing touchdowns versus us in the game.
So
Jalen Hurts and I forgot who the other guy was in this game, but when I'm looking at this, I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? I don't even know these dudes anymore. I mean, the D line,
Singletary, he running in, bullying them, breaking little arm tackles and stuff. I'm
like,
disappointed on your model. He definitely ain't playing, up to my standards.
yeah, I mean, I could talk about our linebackers, but it's like, damn, if we ain't getting no push on the D line, what could Demario and Quan do? Or Pete Warner, like, what could they do? Like, bro, it's just
Right.
I don't know what happened to this D line as far as the run defense. I don't know what the hell is going on, bro. I I can we can talk about them getting tired and from being on the field so much, but geez, man, I don't know, dog. It's just they don't look like the defense that's been trending up these past couple seasons. They
And
don't.
Marcus Davenport not
He was
playing.
missed. He was definitely
He
missed.
will definitely miss.
Yeah, clearly our best D lineman this season. Of course, though, you with him, you can always expect him to not be available for a few games. So, but the thing about it is he was balling. So to not have him on, to not have him out there, bro, we was in a world of trouble. Because I mean, you can have Ellens escaping, and he did a little bit of that, but yeah, we gonna have to get into the secondary too, man. Because we gotta talk about we gotta talk about Sean, because Sean is definitely he's not playing up to par as what you would want, especially after just paying him. Just another bad game by him, man. I mean, look, the one touchdown by Diggs, the little move, man. I understand, like Diggs, that's do hard to cover, but just Lattimore in general, this whole game, he just off, off. Bad game by him this game, and a bad game. He had previously bad games in a row. I don't know what's going on with him.
Right. We all know Stephon Diggs is a dog. We know that, but I mean, the Devonta Smith, he not no dog yet. I mean, he electric. He quick and electric. But
I mean, he's good, but I mean,
yeah, Sean, he usually shows up against, or at least give a good run against, Pro Bowl plus star receivers, number one receivers. So he definitely got cooked this game, and that definitely not helping us out. If he not shutting down his side, the way this defense is playing right now, he definitely not that definitely is not helping the defense out.
and look, man, I got a point on and a lot of people. Marcus Williams, who had a really, really good Eagles game, to say that we was getting our ass whooped. Just because Diggs out there don't mean you can start being afraid to tackle again, bro. Like, come on, man, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's just bad all around, man. It's like that was nothing good. We did have two interceptions by Bradley Roby and Quan, acrobatic interceptions, but like, come on, man. Besides that,
Hmm.
I no positives. You got Knox, the tight end. I mean, he was balling versus us. I mean, like, damn, like Malcolm Jenkins. Malcolm. I think Malcolm Jenkins also had a pretty game. So it's just, I mean, in general, bro, this team, it just don't seem like there's no spirit at this point. It seems like they are giving up. Um, I will say this though, the Bills. We talk about the Eagles. The Eagles was a mismatch for us. That's what I think. It showed last season, but the Bills really did bully us, man. They bully us. They were stiff arming our guys, juking the hell out of our dudes, man. It's just really like
Hmm.
we was really getting our ass kicked, bro. That's just what it was.
Right. And I mean, I know of course, we're missing pieces. We
Yeah,
missing CD, and I know his presence is missed, but that CD being there ain't gonna help. You know, that's not going to help. The next man tackle a running back. I mean, tackling the running back. That's you. You got to do that yourself. Ain't nobody gonna pick you up and throw you on the guy. I mean, that's something you got to do yourself. I mean, like just like Marcus Williams, that was piss poor tackling by him this game. Piss poor tackling, and yeah, it definitely looked like memories of the Minnesota game.
oh boy.
And one of those tackles they broke was a touchdown play. I think they was in the red zone. I think it was Singletary, but yeah, you just running right up to the middle. But bad play overall. I see Dad at Saints. Shout out to you, fam. He said, "Is it just me or is Cam Jordan a shell of himself?"
Whew. Uh, I don't know if you watched almost all of our episodes, but I was on him like after congratulating the Bucks after winning the Super Bowl and shit like that. He's I would agree. He's definitely he's definitely full of shit. My thing with Cam is he's doing so much. He's talking a lot. He's being funny. He's trying to be funny. He's doing a lot when right now he is falling off. He's I get it. Look, respect to him. He's balled for years. When we had terrible defenses, he was the only one to like step up. The only one elite defensive end at the time. But right now, he's falling off. Also, shout out to him for playing consecutive games. I don't know how many games he played consecutively, but rarely ever gets
Right.
injured. Never missed a game. But right now, he talks way too much, bro. He talks way too much. He, you know, too much shit with him to say that he's not playing at a high level right now, not even a decent level. So yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Dada.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Eddie the Don said, "Where's Peyton Turner?"
He's on IR, and that was our first round selection. I'm sorry. Uh, I understand guys get hurt, but guy, when we made that comparison about Davenport and Peyton Turner, I mean, that doesn't mean Peyton Turner can't be good. But I mean, hell, Marcus Davenport, he looks good. But will these guys ever stay on the field? Just don't know. I think those guys are going to be guys that's going to always be hurt at certain points of the season. So we just got to accept it.
Right. Okay. So, any final thoughts on that recap?
It just it sucked in general. It felt like a funeral. You're saying goodbye to Drew. It felt like a funeral. Hell, even our special teams was looking bad. And when our special teams been really, really solid for years. But when they start looking bad, bro, everything just look bad. The defense look bad. The offense look bad. Everything just stinks with this team right now. And that's why I cannot be optimistic with this team. You can always look forward to the next game. And I know we about to get into this Cowboys game. But it's just so hard to really look forward to any game, no matter who it is, because I don't even feel confident enough to score 7 points. Watching this Saints offense is hilariously bad. Um, look, I make jokes about look, when I'm watching it at this point, I make jokes about. I be laughing because I'm like, are you kidding me? But at the same time, watching this offense is very hard to watch, bro. It's very hard to watch. I mean, it's just no flow whatsoever. Um, Even if the defense were to create a turnover, I'm like, oh yeah, we going 3-and-out, even though we got that. It just sucks, man. Everything just sucks. And that's pretty much all I got, man. As far as the Breeze ceremony, NBC, of course, they whack asses wasn't gonna show the presentation, but I saw it. Nice tribute. Farewell, number 9. Oh, another thing. I felt the type of way when Breeze he was commentating this game. I mean, we sitting up here getting our shit kicked in, and Breeze is commentating this. You know, I'm like, man, it's like, damn, bro. It's like fans will always say, oh, once Breeze, fans of other teams will say, once Breeze is gone, like y'all gonna suck and all this other shit, making jokes. Oh, y'all gonna bring the paper bags. It's like, bro, with Jameis, we was 5-2, man. And now the circumstances we have, it's just like this season was going well. We beat the Bucks, we beat the Packers, stomped their asses, right? And I mean, it was all looking promising. But right now, on top of injuries, a lot of things are catching up with this team. Some of the personnel decisions, everything is catching up with the team right now. And I just thought it was very, at the same time, funny, but it was kind of suitable when Breeze is commentating this game and that presentation. So, but yeah, man, that's all I got.
Yeah, it definitely was embarrassing to watch. Especially knowing that he was going to get honored at halftime. You would have thought, some of those, especially the defensive side, those vets that's been with Drew for a bit, amp it up a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean,
Amp it up for him.
man, look, I will say this because nobody don't want. I don't want Sean to leave anytime soon. I just want him to
No.
get his head back. I want him to get his gangster mentality back on him, man. Like, come on, man.
Hmm.
That's the Sean we need, bro. We need a good off season. We need a really, really great off season. You know,
Yep.
stop trying to make something out of these no name receivers, man. Get somebody polished. Get somebody that you like. Oh, he flashy. Oh yeah, he good. You
Yep.
know,
It's
stop,
always
stop.
room for that.
Just stop being full of yourself because everything caught up with you. And this shit that happened that night, man, you don't want to see no shit like that on prime time.
No.
Not from your team. You don't want to see that. That's something that okay, it'll be alright. Well, it's never alright, but you want to see that noontime rather than late where the whole world is watching.
Yep. And the whole world watching. This Thanksgiving, we're the only game that was on at that time. So the whole nation was tuned in and seeing that we was basically food. I see Leslie said we food, fam. Yeah, we definitely food, fam.
Well, shit, Thanksgiving was very harsh
Yeah. But
with
yeah,
this
that
one.
was definitely embarrassing. The Sin Breeze. I'm just glad the crowd, got live. When he got out there. But I know it would have been even louder if we would have been, competing in the ball game. I think wasn't it 10? I think it was 10-0 at half. But
It was 10 and nothing. But
there was
like I said, man, you go scoreless in a half, you deserve to lose the game.
right,
Like the thing about it is, the Bills could have scored only 7. We would have lost. That's a damn shame,
right.
man. That just really sucks to see. It really does suck to see.
Yep. And so I mean, and with Sean, hopefully this year he learns from that. He learns from that. And you don't got Breeze, and even if Breeze was, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I believe if Jameis would have still been here, and these quarterbacks would have, I mean, not cornerback, these receivers would have been dropping the ball like that. I think Jameis would have got on them.
Oh yeah,
And you
absolutely.
see how he got on Traquan.
Yeah, the
That was
Seahawks
some
game,
pretty strange.
bro. The Seahawks game showed everything. It showed everything, really.
Right.
It really did. And like I said, Jameis' energy, man, it was really rubbing off on the team.
Yep.
Like even the defense, that they loved it, man. They loved it.
And I mean, Trevor, he just the guy that's trying to come in, keep the team afloat with the offense afloat. And I know he didn't say, jack shit to him when these receivers were dropping the ball. But yeah, I mean, Jameis definitely would have said something to him. Hopefully, when Taysom come in, I mean, Taysom, he one of the key guys on the team. I mean, his role is different, but he one of the key guys. He can speak up. You know, I mean, hopefully he can, get these guys going. But yeah, Trevor, he would definitely. I mean, when you get the ball in your hands, you the guy for that moment. So yeah, you gotta spark your receivers up. They dropping the ball like that. They're not helping. They didn't help them out at all these 4 games. But it is what it is. Jasper Banner said, "Do we look into our training staff because our players always get injured?"
You know
Yeah,
what? No, you know what? Right there. See, here's the thing. When you look back at those 7 and 9 seasons, I felt like we had a lot of injuries then. And I was like,
mhm,
is it Greenbrier? Is it Greenbrier? Is it where they're practicing at? Like, does that play a huge part in why they're getting hurt the way they are? But if you remember, they was talking about the doctors, being very, I don't know, I don't know the word, but I don't know if y'all remember Delvin, bro. They missed. There was a misdiagnosed diet. I can't even talk right now. But anyway, the situation with Delvin Brew and Keenan Lewis, I remember that, man. It's just, you know, they got the injuries wrong, and really it caused them to be out for the season. I thought we fixed that. So I thought they brought in, new doctors and stuff. But
right.
right now, I can't tell you, man. I just think right now it's just misfortune. As far as this season goes, misfortune. I don't think it has anything to do with that. Now, if it happens again next season, then yeah, then I'll say yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got rid of the whole staff. The whole training staff. Then so you would think it's not that. But the way Delvin, we had him on here. Um, we had him on here last off season. He didn't get into depths about it, but he was he made a few comments about how Sean was on him and calling him out because he wasn't practicing, and he was saying he was really hurt. Talking about he was telling the coach that he's really hurting, and Sean wasn't knowing it, and then maybe no, that was the season where we was trash on defense. So Delvin Bro was the best DB out there at that time.
And got hurt
So
in special teams, playing special teams.
yeah. So I mean, was Sean a part of that, trying to rush him back? I don't know, but it is. I mean, sometimes injuries just happen. It just
They
it
just
just plays
happen.
a part.
And
But I know what.
I just think
Ooh,
this year has just been bad. As far as it just a little bit bad luck this year.
especially like AK. I mean, we was utilizing them a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like, bro, it happens to every team at some certain points. We've had a whole span of seasons where, and I do remember in 2017, I think we had by the playoff time, I think we had like what 21 guys on the injury reserve. But at the same time, bro, I felt like the 18, 19, we've had some good years where we were staying healthy for the most part,
Hmm.
and that's why we had our long runs. So I just think it was just one of those years. We finally got one of those years, and we ain't the only team. But yeah, it's just been bad, bro.
It's just obvious, out of these injuries that our starting QB went down. That was a devastating blow. That
Yeah.
he said, "Do you guys think it's wrong to explore a trade for Cam Jordan next year? Davenport and Turner will actually be the future. I know it may not happen."
Well, I mean, the way they drafting these DEs in the first round, why not?
Yeah, but
I
sometimes,
know that might sound harsh to some people because you like, damn, you trying to trade Cameron. I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. It look one, it's a business. Two, he's not Cam is not looking all that great right now. And we probably do need young guys to step up. Maybe they feel like they need his veteran presence, but at the same time, you're drafting, especially when you trading for a DE. Hey, maybe it's time, bro. Like maybe it's time. You're drafting first round DEs. I would think there's a plan in there because look, we was questioning it, right? When Payton Turner was selected, we was questioning it. Like, hey, is this really for Davenport? Or is it for Cam in the future? We was questioning it. So hey, you never know. But I
but
tell you what, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm hold on. Just one more thing. Um, the thing about it is neither of those two guys can stay healthy. So do we want to say that so soon? I don't know.
right. But I mean, with Cam, he does have a healthy price tag on him next year,
Exactly.
and then you gotta decide whether you want to bring Davenport back or not. Me, honestly, I think the Saints have a little leverage, going into this offseason with Davenport because I mean he really can't bring two. I mean, we know what he can do when healthy, but he really can't bring too much to the table. Concerning his injury, his game status because he's been out. So I think the Saints can have a little leeway on that. Maybe a short term deal, but he's going to get paid. I mean they picked up his 5th year option at it was 10.1 mil, so he at least going to get that on a new deal. If we bring him back, I know he's been in and out, but I think we need to take that gamble because I mean yes, Cam is present. He's playing. He's available. But while he's been available, we definitely not seeing, the production we once seen with him. So yeah, it's good to be available, but if your production is not showing at the level and you can see a decline in it, that's another thing. And he's getting paid, real well. So we'll see how that plays out. But something gonna have to happen.
I mean, either way, if he does go, you still have to look for another DE. As much as you can sit up here. anybody can sit up here and say Payton Turner is gonna, take over, and then along with Davenport, those two guys don't stay healthy. So don't be. I would hope they don't be foolish enough to not go after another DE. Not saying in the first round or anything like that, but you would better sign somebody or something.
Right. Yeah, because it definitely ain't a good start with Peyton Turner with the injuries. It's looking like a whole repeat of Davenport. I mean, with the injuries, but just just is what it is. But okay, if we go with that, man, we can go into this upcoming matchup versus the Cowboys.
An-
Cowboys,
Another potential ass whooping, right?
right? And they coming into Thursday's matchup. What 7-4? They 7-3. They lost against the Raiders in overtime. They done dropped 2 games straight, so they
Mm,
definitely looking forward to getting back on track.
just like the
Definitely
Bills, huh? Coming off some ass whoopings and ready
right.
to feast. Mm.
Right. As far as our offense against their defense, well, we're probably gonna have Taysom as the quarterback. That's not confirmed yet, but we just paid the man. He getting 22 million guaranteed. So I mean, it's really no choice but to throw him in there. I just know what Taysom, if he's the choice moving forward, I just hope that he improve on his awareness back there. We can say all this is stuff about his explosiveness, but we all know when he was back there as a quarterback last year doing this stretch, that his awareness was not very well, especially with pressure coming at him. That can result in turnovers, and fumbles, which a few of them did with him last year, not realizing the pressure that was coming towards him. He got the ability to take off, so he can definitely, you know, get some electricity going in this offense. If all he got to do is just be more aware of what's coming towards him. Um, but yeah, that's my
Lord
biggest
have
thing
mercy.
with Taysom. He just got to get his aware. He get better of being aware of what's around him. As far as these D linemen and whoever may be blitzing him, and just take off. If you
Well,
don't see nothing going on,
when you say awareness, I'm thinking about Michael Parsons. Yeah, CB. I'm sorry, y'all. Even the viewers, I'm so sorry. This is gonna be miserable again. Because here's the thing. Last week, don't get me wrong, Bills have a really, really good defense. In fact, I think Bills might. Now that it seems like we falling off and everything, I think the Bills may have the best defense in the NFL. Well, although the Colts got something to say about that as far as how they did them. So y'all can argue about that, but uh, the thing about it with the Cowboys is they got some superstars, man. At least for this season. Because Michael Parsons, bro, he eating. I think he got what 10, 11 sacks. You got Trayvon Diggs with what 7 interceptions. He's going to be going up against Marcus Callaway. Marcus Callaway has already had the door closed on him by a lot of other number one cornerbacks. So I'm just saying they guys. I think this game is going to be another miserable show, bro.
is we
I
at
would
Dallas? Is we at Dallas or at the crib?
I would think that we. Well, does it matter? That first of all,
Nah, hell no.
I mean, I think we play in the Superdome, but
Yeah, we in the Superdome.
yeah, man. Whew, I just, bro. I guess we'll see if we get Ram back this week. But my goodness, bro. I mean, it's not like their D line is bad. We know Michael Parsons is good. Will we get AK and Mark Ingram back? It would sure help a lot. Who are their linebackers? They got Bander, Keanu Neal. Um, shit, man. They even got Jabril Cox. I don't know why they don't use him, but man, I feel like that's gonna be our best bet if that's gonna be our best bet if Kamara and Ingram plays because I don't see us really doing much versus their secondary. I think they got some besides Trevor Diggs. I think they got some solid pieces back there.
Yeah. And Deontay Harris, who knows that his appeal might be lost by tomorrow Tuesday.
Oh, just take it as a suspension, man. Like he gone, man. Just take it 3 games, Deontay, man. There ain't nothing you missing. Like there is really nothing you missing, you know.
Right. And I see this comment by Cornelius said, really can't believe we finally got a top 5 defense and the offense is eating shit.
He ain't top 5 no more.
Nah, we definitely ain't no top 5 defense, fam. So, yeah, but we more like a top 20 in my opinion. Not a top 20. Got to get that mojo back. We got the pieces to be that.
God damn, man. We was sitting up here talking about top 3, top 5, and we went all the way to top 20, CB. Damn.
That's crazy. When you got Mike Singletary doing stuff like that, I'm not slinging dudes going, man. Nah, man, better cut that out. At least, just one thing if our secondary would start, slipping a little bit. But man, our run defense, we thought our front seven was gonna have that on lock. I mean, but it stalls up front. The defensive
Mm-hmm.
line ain't getting no kind of containment up there. So, but I mean, anyway, we'll get on that side because yeah, that side gonna be tested again. But yeah,
Understatement.
yeah. For us, the offense, like you said, Marcus. I mean, Michael Parsons. I'm pretty sure they gonna send him to Taysom, and
Oh my lord.
regardless if Taysom can he got the ability to scramble when he's back there behind center, he hasn't been utilizing that talent of using his feet. So it really doesn't matter if the guy hadn't been using, his ability. Well, we're hoping is the guy realize that he needs to start doing that and just be aware of what's, coming to him.
I
I mean, does he look down his receivers? Yeah, he looked down the
well, I
receivers.
tell you
Maybe.
what, I don't know who the hell he's gonna be looking down this time around.
Yeah, but I mean, he gonna have to just look and go. Yeah, because you looking at somebody, they gonna be locked up pretty much because they not create no separation. So there's no need to try to look down these receivers if they're not getting separation because that's gonna result in somebody sacking you.
You know what?
Just look, see if they not getting look, few seconds, boom, go. You got the ability to do that. If not, it's
Uh,
gonna be another Trevor Simeon taking sacks. It's not gonna be no difference in that area.
right. We didn't even point out our lone scorer, which was Nick Vanette. Nick Vanette, he finally showed up. He was active, present, playing the game. That may be our number one target, bro. That may be if AK doesn't play. But I thought he did a little. I thought he did what he could do. So we might very well see Nick Vanette, man, doing something, at least trying to do something. Cowboys don't got the best safeties. So man, come on, man, we gotta make something shake, bro. They gotta have something out there, man.
Mm,
They don't
But
got
they
the best safety.
they stacking 7 in the box, so I mean Kenny Stills. I,
Oh
I
lord,
ain't counting on Deontay to be active this game, so
how many catches does Kenny still has?
I think 5. Somebody said it during a post game. I think it's like 5 catches for 73 yards total.
Lord have mercy. That's
So
only two. That's only two. More than PJ.
right. That's crazy.
I want to point out this comment. Eddie the Don. He says, "Free Lil Jordan." I like Lil Jordan, man. I think he actually is one of the. I like him, man. I really do. I believe he could do something, man. But right now, I would rather see him as a third, fourth, or fifth. Just right now, man. We are just so desperate for targets, man. So, but yeah, that's about it, man. There's really no other weapons we can look forward to.
Uh, let's just hope
Callaway
that
covered it.
let's just hope that AK can play, and if AK play, man, you're gonna have to put them out wide a little bit more than you want to. You gotta, you know, take some to a few people out the box. But then I still think they gonna take that chance and still put one guy on them. Hopefully, it's a outside linebacker and he get off on them.
Do
Or
I
as
have?
Michael Parsons, how's his coverage skills? I know.
I'm gonna keep it real. Shit, I don't know because they too busy sending him to the quarterback. Why
Right.
have him cover when he can go get the quarterback? When I wouldn't
Mhm.
say it's pretty much a given that he's going to get to the quarterback, but hell, 11 sacks say a lot. So he don't need to cover nobody. But the fact that Vander and Keanu Neal, he ain't the greatest in coverage. Um, Vander, they still have those guys out there. So I mean, like I said, if AK and Mark Ingram is out there, I like our chances as far as those matchups. But other than that, nah. Do I even have to mention Triquan Smith?
No, no, no.
Oh boy.
I mean, as far as Callaway, like he said, he gonna be on dig. So something gonna have to break, man. Something gonna have to break. But I mean, far as might not being available, that's no excuse. Yeah, that would have lifted some pressure off of him along with the other receivers, as far as being open. But if you're gonna get open, man, you gotta catch the ball. You gotta get separation. That's up to the individual itself whether he can get some form of separation in one-on-one matchups. So we just see how that goes. I mean,
We know how it's gonna go.
Tre'Davious before he went out, he had Marquez, locked up.
Hey, look, I mean that's unfortunate. Wishing him a speedy recovery. I don't know how the hell you tell your shit covering that dude, but um, I'm just saying how the hell you tear your shit, man, covering Callaway, man. I mean, that's crazy, bro. Anyway, again, wishing that man a speedy recovery.
Right. Shout out to Josky Frank. I believe it's my first time seeing you, fam. He said our season is doomed. Too many injuries. Callaway is growing in his role. I
Well,
don't think he in his role yet. I think
no,
he's
he's
probably
not. He's not in this role. That's the whole thing. He's not. That ain't his role. That definitely ain't his role. In fact, the role is showing that it's too much for him.
right. Yeah, because his role is right. I mean, right now is at best a number two. Wait. You got a new picture, Josky Frank. Yeah, I see you. Yeah. Shout out to you. You got a new picture. That's why I throw it off, man. Shout out to you though. But yeah, I think I mean, at best he's a Robin right now. He got to get better, get separation on these bit dogs before you can put them in these roles and expect them to succeed. So yeah, he's not there yet. He's young. I think he 20. Yeah, he 20 years old. So he got time to groom by 22. I think he should be pretty good. But yeah, he getting. I mean, unfortunately, man, he just getting the meat of these DBs. He getting everybody's number one. So That could be a good thing for him, though. That's eventually he gonna get tired of just getting taken out of ball games, so that's just gonna get him even better. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But as far as these deep threats, they gonna jam up the box. They gonna put a lot of guys in the box. So we're gonna have to take some deep shots.
To
If
who?
Deontay not there, Kenny Steele's gonna have to
Lord
at
have
least
mercy.
attempt to stretch the field. I mean, nothing. He can stretch the field. He just going to catch the ball.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, and this how sad it's been. I kind of forgot that Kenny Stills is on the team when you until you mentioned him earlier. That's how bad it's been.
Man, and I just knew he was about to give us a little spark
Nope.
every season.
Apparently, he was on the streets for a reason.
Yeah, but we'll see how that goes with that nation. But definitely not looking too good. I mean, we're just being real and honest. But far as with Taysom, I'm hoping he's the new guy. Specifically, they done gave him that new deal, 22 mil guaranteed. So you gotta play him as much as possible. I just hope he done worked on his awareness, holding on to the football, and not fumbling the football.
Shit, he better show his ass. Show his ass.
Yeah.
Is this the time to do it right now? I mean,
Yep.
this is right now. This whole season to me, it just feels like an evaluation test for Sean, the players. This is just it's showing everything right now. It's a test. It's a whole testament.
Right. Billy Jackson said, "What about that new wide receiver we pick up?"
Oh, I forgot the name. It was another kind of like a what undrafted guy. I guess that's why I didn't really pay attention to the name.
Is it
It-
McCleskey or somebody
no,
else?
it's some dude that they recently picked up. I didn't really look too much into him, just all honesty. Um, let's keep it real. I don't see him being active. I don't see them activating him for this game. So maybe somebody in the future, maybe I guess, but not now.
Jasper, yeah, we definitely agree with that. We definitely agree with that. But they was all in on OBJ. But yeah, we definitely should have picked up Deshaun. But,
Oh, look. If they shouldn't have just only been on OBJ, they should have been looking all everywhere,
yep.
not just in the off season, but at the time they should have been looking, and not only for receiver, for tight end as well.
Right.
But I ain't trying to get back on that topic because you know what we stand
No,
for.
I mean one. I just I mean I'm a Bobby fan, and I just think he just stretched the. I'm talking about Bobby Abear. I'm a huge fan of his. I just disagree with a point he was making about Sean. About the receiver saying kind of like give him a slight pass for not going to any receivers doing last off season.
Yeah, that's
Basically
bullshit.
stating like Mike, they had intentions of Mike coming back early during the season.
That's bull. First of all, I remember there was a point where it was said that Mike wasn't answering, wasn't even texting him back and stuff. Right there is where
Hmm.
you should have thought,
Right there, you should have been like, hell.
hey,
This,
so here's the thing. Here's the question. What the hell were they trying to draft Terrence Marshall for? The Panthers who they stole him. If you thought the receivers was all good and you was anticipating that Mike was gonna be back with us, why was you trying so hard to get Terrence Marshall in what the second or third? One of them, I forgot which round. But why was that the case? You knew you needed a receiver, bro. You got Kwan Baker. Where is he? Is he any good? Yeah, it's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. Right now, Sean is showing up in his face right now. So I don't even want to hear all that, man.
it's historically showing up. 159 total yards coming off of that Bills game of offense. But I said far as the game, anything offensively, against the Cowboys, we were good on that side.
I mean, we can try by scoring 7. Notice I'm saying 7 and not 6 because I mean I what? No, I'm sorry, we couldn't convert on a 2 point conversion. I was about to say the kicker this. No, well we can't even. God damn, we can't even trust our kicker to make extra points. And we what? I think we failed 10 2 point conversions. So let's try by scoring 7 points. That's a start, right? Let's get back to that because I forgot what the hell it felt like. Oh, and not by the way, don't wait until the third or fourth quarter.
Yeah, we need something on the first drive.
Yeah, like at least.
Some type of
Oh
point.
shit, CB, we've been kicking threes the whole season in the first quarter. Well, I mean, hell, we might need to get back to that. That would be a new start. That's sad to say, but I'm just saying, bro, score 7, man. Let's try it in the first half, please.
Right. That I said, do y'all think it's better to go after a veteran tight end or draft a rookie?
Well, I tell you what, this is why this is so hard right here because it seems like they don't know what a it seemed like they don't know how to draft a tight end at this point. They had Alize Mack. They traded picks for Troutman, who end up looking like Fleener or Dan Arnold 2.0. So I don't even know if they know what a tight end look like at this point as far as drafting one. Now we could talk about free agency. Jared Cook was a 50-50 guy, making mistakes all over the place and then catching the crazy passes and stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at this point, bro, I don't even know, man. Just they need to find somebody that know how to scout tight ends, somebody who know how to scout receivers and tight ends, because at this point, it don't even matter to me. As far as receivers, I feel like they have a better chance at getting a positive receiver in the early rounds. But tight end, I don't know if they know how to draft those anymore. Haven't drafted one good since Jimmy Graham.
But just for the note, as far as a first round receiver, we might as well just get, not even be talking about first round receiving talent. Maybe second. I give hope on a second round receiver, but they're not getting no first round receiver. And just say
That's a
that
damn.
the season doesn't plan out, doesn't go as planned. You can just say we. I mean, because right now it ain't looking too good right now. We can't put up points. It's nothing you can defend right now. And that's just keeping it honest. Regardless how die hard I'm die hard to the bone. But you got to keep it high. We're not putting points on the board. So if you can't do that, you ain't gonna win no ball game. So I mean, just say if this continues and we lose, and just say we in the top, top 10, the 12 range, where we got some of these, polished receivers coming out. I still don't think we're gonna get one. I'm just being. I still don't think we'll get one.
Oh yeah,
I think we'll get a the best tackle on the board.
that's a damn shame.
I mean, that's what I honestly feel. I think we, I think we'll get the best graded, right tackle. That's just how I honestly feel. We done been through too many drafts. We done passed up so many guys at receiver. Sean, he's an offensive guru. Yeah, it's not going right for him this year offensively. I get that, and it's his fault. It just his ego. It's not bad to have an ego, to an extent, but too much ego it can bite you. It can bite you, and he just got too confident in his skill set as a coach and his talents as a coach to develop these young guys. And honestly, if you look at it, during Sean Payton's, 10 years as a Saints coach, we really hadn't had like a really Brandon Cooks was the only, first round receiver that we got. Or we really hadn't brought in no Pro Bowl receiver in free agency. Michael Thomas was second round, Marcus Colston was seventh round. So that's what he kind of been right. But you can't just go to the grave doing that. At some point, man, you just gotta get the best talent that's out there. I mean, at some point, you just can't keep doing that because it's certain it's reasons why these guys fall like that. It's in some situations they might have not been getting the proper scouting, from because you got these big schools they've been at, and you had some of these diamonds that just really wasn't getting the looks at these lower schools. But that ain't always the case, man. It's not always the case, and you just can't hang your hat on, oh, I got that juice to be able to get these undrafted guys in, and that you can't do that. Was when
Hmm.
Kenny Stills was here. Kenny Stills was a dog. When he left the Saints, kind of went downhill. Robert Meacham, when he left the Saints, kind of went downhill with the Chargers. Same with Lance Moore. So Breeze had a lot to do with that as well. It just wasn't 100% genius, by
Right.
Sean. Breeze had a lot to do with that too. Jimmy Graham, fourth round draft tight end, when he left, he was never heard of again. Not as that, Jimmy Graham type player. Drew Brees, to conclude his Jimmy Graham's career, Drew Brees made Jimmy Graham. I mean, that's just what it is. But that's what I'm saying. Drew Brees, he really didn't get he still didn't get the proper respect that he should have got by people that's non-Saints fans. Because he made a lot of these receivers. The far, yeah, Marcus Colston. If Marcus Colston would have went elsewhere, I still think he would have, succeeded as a receiver. But besides him, far as them other ones that was succeeding, Devery, yeah, Devery, he wasn't. I think he got 1 year in with Brook. No, 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 he came in '06.
You might be thinking
Yeah,
about Misha.
yeah, these receivers that was there, I think that
I
just
don't
got the
know.
clientele.
I
Like
don't know.
I think,
I still believe like Lance Moore was like that. I think Dever was like that too. Meacham, it definitely showed itself in San Diego, but
mhm.
I think those other dudes, I think they was something. They was for real. I liked them. Like Lance Moore was catching some crazy ass passes. Well, I would kill for that right now. Not literally, people, but
That's true. But specifically, Meacham and Jimmy,
oh yeah,
those two definitely when they left, and Lance, he was kind of on his last legs anyway. So I really won't say that with him. But I know specifically Meacham when he signed that 25 million deal, and then Jimmy, both of them, was never heard of until Meacham came back to us, but definitely wasn't the same production. But I'm just saying, you just can't you can't put your whole basket in just getting undrafted guys. Get your Batman and Robin. You had your solid Batman and Robin. Mike, I was fine with him bringing back, Emmanuel for 1 more year. I don't know why. I mean, I know his cap hit was like that, but I don't think it was too deep, to cut him. I mean, yeah, I know he was a deep threat, but we had Jameis. We was getting Jameis coming in here, so we had the type of quarterback to get him the ball. So you would have had a Batman and Robin, or just say, you throw Mike out but you still would have had. I believe Manuel would have done all right as a number one. He had to play that role, a few games last year. But I think that still would have made the receiving core a lot better than what it is now by having Marquez as a number one. He not ready for that role yet, as we can see. But that's the driving force of our offensive flows. I mean,
oh, you know what? Let me just put it like this: the defensive, the DBs. This is how bad our offense is. They don't even have to watch film on these receivers. They can just go out there and cover them.
no zone and not just man up. I
Yep.
mean, that's just how it's been looking. And stats has been showing that we're not creating no kind of separation at all. So basically, the
Guys,
game plan: don't
guys,
sleep on these guys. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. You do your job. You gonna see that's the talk that's being giving out in these defensive meetings for these other teams. It ain't nothing like, hey man, these guys gonna be here. We're gonna have to change up schemes, do play a little zone. Man, none of these teams don't gotta play no zone right now. Not until our receivers can start creating separation. It hadn't been looking too good. I mean, it hadn't been looking good at all where these guys can get open. So that's just what it is. Like I said, we just being real and honest with the ball club. That's what it is. We sat there and ate turkey and sing during our 79 years, man. Our offense definitely wasn't the issue.
Nope.
During these past 15 years, man, the offense was the last thing. That really the offense wasn't even no option to go to far as an issue.
And here's the reason why last week, including this week, was very depressing and arguably worse than the 79 seasons. The offensive side was playing inspired football. When you can score points, you feel like you can win games. Even if your defense is most of the time giving up just a little bit more points than as much as we were scoring, but we had something to root for, moving the ball, scoring. Right now, everything is rubbing off on each other, dog. We can't score, and the defense is playing horrible.
Right.
So it's like, bro, this ain't the 7-9 right now. This is not that. This is far worse, and it's far worse because, like I said earlier, we could end up losing every one of these games, not scoring more than 7 points.
Yeah. All it takes is good defensive performance, and that just us not being able to put nothing on the board in these first halves. That's gonna give teams confidence. Like the Jets, if you're not scoring, put nothing on the board, the Jets got a great chance to make this game close and to win it.
Oh, and I know Sheldon Rank has got something to say with the season. I'm just saying.
Right. Gundam one said Trevor Simmons processing skill. I mean, yeah, I mean, fam, yeah, I mean that may be true, but I mean, can you really make a claim for Taysom? Being not being terrified in the pocket. Well, I ain't gonna say being terrified in the pocket, but he's not making nothing happen with the football as far as using his feet either. From what we done seen in the past. Now, hopefully it changes up. Hopefully it ain't no hopefully, man. It gotta change up. This man is too athletic, to be standing back there in the pocket. You can't stare down these receivers because they're not getting no separation. So if you staring down these receivers, they're gonna be jammed up on these DBs. That's the way it's been looking, and you're gonna get sacked. So it need to be a slow count time. One, two, two. If you don't see nothing, go or whatever. Or it's like if you're doing a screen or a little short pass or something. But if you're doing something to where these guys gotta run some, you know, 15, 20 yard routes, you gotta take off. And he gotta use his feet from the quarterback position. And he hadn't been doing that these starts that he's been the quarterback last year. So he gotta get his awareness right. So just to just say that Taysom is going to be, he definitely got the skill set to bring some spark to the offense, but that ain't no guarantee yet. As a quarterback, he has not been scrambling with the football. If he scrambles with the football as a quarterback, he is going to get positive yards regardless. He's going to get us some positive yards. That's it. He's that real as a as a runner. It's nothing against him. Just hey man, just scramble. You're gonna have to do that a lot. He gonna have to have at least 15 carries. He gonna have to Lamar Jackson this thing because our receivers is not getting open. So if you can't get no short throws off, here and there, take some shots. But He like to stir down receivers, and that ain't
Here's
gonna
the
get it
here's
done
the
in my
here's the
opinion.
thing, man. Like Trevor, look, at this point, the reason why I'm not spending too much time on it, it's clear as day that he's not going to be starting for us after this season. He's not our future. He's not in the plans.
Mhm.
Yes, we can assess him now, but let's keep it real. He's playing right now. He's playing for one reason only. No, I'm sorry. He's playing for two reasons. Our starting quarterback got hurt. Taysom was hurt as well. So,
Mhm.
well, first of all, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Trevor still a better passer than Taysom, in my opinion. Until Taysom can show that he's doing more than making first reads. Besides all that, and as far as him actually using his legs, then that's when he can show that he's actually a QB at this point. But I'm not spending too much time on Trevor because at the end of the day, it's not like he's going to be starting for us next season.
Right.
He was here to be serviceable. But at this point, we don't got nothing around him, so there's nothing there at this point.
Well, no, it just is what it is. On that, but you know, for the
Oh
defense,
God,
well,
you
we're
notice how I
gonna
said
have
"oh God" today?
Washington.
I'm sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
We in trouble, bro. Even on this side of the ball, bro, CD is coming back. By the way, CD is coming back. Lattimore gonna be covering him. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know the status of Amari Cooper. I don't know where he's been. I don't know how long he's been hurt. But CD's coming back, and Lattimore better be ready. Because CD is a baller. In fact, I was hoping Saints traded up for him when he was in the draft. I wanted CD Lamb very badly. By the way, as far as on the offensive side. Ezekiel is not playing, but guess what? They don't need him. They don't need him. And by the way, Pollard, he's been playing really, really well. He's been playing really, really good. Not just as a running back, but on special team as well. So
Mhm.
really, just defensive as a whole, bro. You better get pressure on Dak. You know, Cowboys got one of the better O lines. They used to have arguably the best O line, but right now I would say one of the better O lines. So, dog, if we ain't pressuring Dak, man, it's gonna be another long day. Um,
Mhm.
they Gallup good. I think that's his name. I think I said his name right. Gallup, he's pretty good as well. So really, we got our hands full yet again. Schultz, the tight end, he can create some problems. Malcolm Jenkins, we need you. But like I said, it starts up front. CD won't be playing again in this game. I think he's still on IR. So I don't know who they would throw in the slot. I can't think of all their weapons, but we got our hands full yet again, bro. If the
Well,
let me
what's the slot guy? I mean, they use CDB in the slot, a little bit, but they use somebody on. I think it's Wilson, but he got
yeah.
some wheels on him.
Oh yeah. You know what? Uh yeah, bro. It's gonna be another long day. Because I don't know how the hell I forgot about him. He's pretty nice too. I think he be dropping the ball at times, but he pretty nice too. So we gotta see Roby out there. Roby had a pick last game, but I mean,
Mhm.
oh, bro. Look, if Singletary can run through our defense, Pollard might do the same thing. He's faster than Ezekiel. He doesn't have the ground and pound, but his speed. First of all, I don't like when our run defense was good. I didn't like speed versus our defense more than ground and pound. Tough backs, man. So I'm not liking the matchup here. Um, we lose every other year versus the Cowboys. That's the way it's been the past few matchups. We won the last matchup with Teddy Bridgewater. I think that's right, right? So
Yeah.
we are probably looking at a loss this time. Not probably. I think we're not looking. So I mean, can we upset them? I don't know. We can't score more than 7 points, more than 6 points at this point. So yeah, I pretty much said what I gotta say as far as the defensive side. I mean, is Davenport gonna play? We need him to play. Will he play? I don't know. So we'll see.
Now, if anybody can, you know, get some swag back to him, it's the defense. Now, the defense we have seen this defense play at a high level. You know, versus the offense. The offense, like I said, is just going to take some special things to happen on that side. With our receivers, and maybe Taysom can help bring a spark. We'll see, but the defense we have seen them play at a high level, so we just hoping to get that back. CD won't be available for that game, so that's definitely a voice missing on the defensive side. But we still got the personnel to get it done. Hopefully, like you said, WD. Hopefully, Davenport plays stars up front. He be bullying guys, so hopefully, we need that bull rushing pressure from him, and hopefully Cam can step up. For us with Dak is a gunslinger, but he also can take off with the football. It ain't to the extent of the Eagles. He don't do it to the extent of Jalen Hurts, but he's capable of taking off with the football. So that definitely it can possibly be another Philly. I ain't gonna say Philly type game because yeah, they throw it, they pass it way more than Philly. But far as that get some good runs, that can happen. So you got to be containing for a possible that run. But we definitely gonna need some pressure up front. David Onyemata, you hadn't been playing up to the potential. You had a good first outing coming off of that suspension,
What the
but
hell
I
was he doing during that suspension? Cause I don't know. I ain't
don't know.
really. Only time I seen him like really doing something was the Bucks game. That was his game back.
Yeah, yeah. His first game back, yeah, he played, had a hell of a game, but after that, I don't know what happened after that. We definitely gonna need some interior pressure along with run stopping. There's no way they should be running. These running backs should be just running up through the defense like that. That's very concerning. But we got the personnel to go ahead and shut that back down. For our linebackers, Demario had 10 tackles last week. I mean, well, Thursday. Quan had an interception. Pete, I think I seen one blitz he had and good run stop. So our linebackers, gotta play, gotta have a good game. And our secondary,
That's probably why
Marshawn.
Ezekiel don't want to play though.
Do you think Sean gonna be on Marshawn or Amari if Amari plays?
But that's what I was saying. I would think it's CD. That's the best receiver, even when
Oh, you
Amari is
you,
out
you
there.
you think he better than Amari?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But CD, that's another great route. I mean, we watched the Cowboy play, regardless if some don't like him, but we know what CD can do as a route runner. So that's gonna be another huge test for Marshawn Lattimore. We paid him the big bucks. He got to step up. These is the matchups that I mean, of course, a great receiver versus a great cornerback. Yeah, he gonna get beat some, but we expecting Marshawn to stop some plays, not getting beat the whole game. It's a difference. You put Imano against Imano, yeah, it's gonna be a little back and forth, but it don't supposed to go one way. It don't supposed to. So Marshawn gotta hold CD down. And the Debo, if Amari playing, he gonna be getting Amari. If not, he gonna be getting someone. I think his name Kyle Wilson, but the Wilson guy, speedy guy. They use him in the slot a lot. Um, so and they also got what's the other receiver? He really he can be somebody's number two receiver. Come on, what's his name? It ain't Cup. Gallup. Yep, Gallup. So I don't know his status if he's gonna be playing, but yeah, Gallup definitely he plays like a number two receiver. He's very solid. So we got a bunch of receivers we got to deal with. We do not. We just got embarrassed on Thanksgiving. We do not want that same thing to happen, this Thursday. So I'm not expecting Deontay Harris to play. So the special teams, we're gonna have to find a spot there. So that basically it. Marcus Williams, he gonna have to, you know, get his swag back. He been playing solid this season. Get your swag back. Make the tackles when you coming up in the box to make the tackle. We gotta stop the run game. If you allow the run game to get off, it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell. So that's basically it, man. Defense, definitely not the juice boys right now. So you got to get your swag back. Gotta get your swag back. So man, that's basically it. On the defensive side for me. I just hope we get some pieces back, and that's that. But this game, it definitely comes down to, in order for us to, I'm gonna say, to pull a upset, for us to pull this off, we're gonna have to score some points on offense. So if we're unable to do that, I do not see us winning this ball game. That's just being real and honest. If we can't score points, if we're going into halftime with 0 or maybe 3 points or 6 points, I can't see us coming out winning this ball game. That's just facts. Shout out to Tramal Keller. Shout out to you, fam. Say he checking in. We're about to wrap this show up, fam. But man, appreciate you for tuning in. We gave the recap on the Bills game. We was unavailable to do it right away Thursday, and then we also previewed this upcoming matchup against the Cowboys. But yeah, WD, you got any final thoughts, fam, on this matchup?
Uh, God, please be with us. They can only ban the Saints at this point. I feel like they can only do so much. We really offense. Look, we gotta play like a desperate team. They was kind of trying to do that in the Bills game. By the way, we found out what Blake Gilligan can't do. He can't throw. On that fake punt, but we can't just lie down versus the. I know some people got in their heads that we should just tank. Um, Play like a desperate team. We are desperate, not like a desperate team. We are desperate. So all your tricks, all your stuff that you gotta all the stuff that Sean should have up his sleeve, he just do it now. Why wait? I mean, we look, we are. I don't want to have fun. Why? I can't believe what I'm about to say here. We are still in the playoff picture. With all these other teams losing, I think we are. If not, we're close in the hunt. I know. Everybody
Still
say
think we the
playoffs,
seventh seed.
playoffs. We don't. I can't even say. I just want to win another game. I just want to score 7. But just be the desperate team that you are, and come out and shock the world, bro. That's all I have.
And I did see an end book coming early. Um, Before we wrap this up, play Lil Jordan and end book. Lil Jordan was out there, so hopefully he can keep playing. But as far as end book, if they didn't activate him, last week they had to put Taysom Hill as the emergency quarterback. So if you had to put an injured player as the emergency quarterback, it's pretty much obviously that they're not gonna bring up M Book, this year. Maybe they just trying to develop him right now. Maybe they want to have him competing next year. I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is. You know, but as far as
I,
with M
I
Book, he
I feel like this. Anytime they'll play any end book this season, that would mean they're giving up on the season. Yes, they would like to see how he looks, but that would mean that they're definitely purposely tanking. I
you
don't
said
think
you
book.
think they're taking.
No, I'm saying that if end book plays a game this season,
Oh yeah,
that's when
mm-hmm.
they've given up.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. You got a $22 million guarantee guy, quarterback. So I mean, what's the use of setting him? So obviously they definitely gonna go with Taysom, and Taysom gonna ride it out. But yeah, if Aaron Book wasn't called up in an emergency situation and you had to put Taysom as the emergency, he had to dress up and he had a foot injury. I see you said we need to change. Nothing is working right now. They gonna go with Taysom this week. I highly doubt if they stick with Trevor. Yeah, they gonna go with Taysom. You just gave him a contract extension, so yeah, they're gonna go with him. Shout out to Saints 01. But yeah, that's basically it. Like you said, yeah, it hurts to say it, but I don't think I don't think we need the tank or anything like that. We just got to get something working on offense because I done as far as my opinion on trying to tank for a draft pick, I'm telling you, we're gonna get the highest graded. You know, I ain't gonna say guard. We're gonna get the highest graded tackle. They gonna let Teron test free agency. Not saying that they're not interested in bringing them back, but one of these teams gonna pay more for Teron. If they letting Teron test the waters, I believe somebody gonna get him. I mean, that's just what it is. Then you got these injuries. We know when he's out there, he's playing at a Pro Bowl level for the most part. But yeah, if they gonna let him test free agency, I'm not gonna say why not. I mean, you yeah, get a tackle in the draft, but I still don't think it need to be no first round. Not where we're at now, as far as a receiver. You try to
That's
get
all.
a free agent receiver. You try to get one of these key free agent receivers. We already got other things with cap space we need to worry about. So why not just get a first round high um high pit receiver, or even if we in the bottom of the first. But then it's looking the way it's looking right now, we're probably gonna be about the lower teams. Just say we finish at a 500. We're gonna be in the midway through the draft. So just go ahead and get a first round talent receiver, and let's just keep it moving instead of trying to pay a receiver. So I mean that's my thing on that. I say fight to the end, fight to the end, and that's just that. So WD, you got any final thoughts? For us the show go.
Shout out to the viewers, man. Y'all make this thing rock. I see a lot
Hmm.
of comments. Uh, look, to say that everything is being, I feel like everything is being tested at this point. Um, it's just not looking good, but at the end of the day, bro, we are still here. And it's just good to see everybody, man. I just hope y'all enjoying the show. Please like and share if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Uh, Saints, please do something. That's all I got, bro. That's all I got, CB.
All right. Once again, shout out to the chat. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Once again, we kind of it was a late post game, but you guys know it was Thanksgiving. I was out of town, and I definitely didn't feel like getting on talking about that performance that we had.
We was
But
not interrupting our Thanksgiving after that shit show. Let's be real, okay? We was not coming on here. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You
right,
know, we was gonna come on here eventually, but look, we was all having a solid week, so we was not about to waste our freaking time and come on here after this team, put displaying that terrible, terrible game, bro. Like we wasn't doing it, man. So we did it now. We previewed the Cowboys game, and I guess next week we'll be back, man, to recap the game. Hopefully we pull up the upset, but y'all just be on the lookout for that.
right. Shout out to Who That Nation 97. I believe it's first time seeing you, fam. So shout out to you if it's your first time. Who that to you as well. But yeah, far as the far as Madden, what I'm gonna do, I'm definitely gonna find time to get on Madden. Let's see, Wednesday I'm free, so maybe me ever since I stopped getting on Madden, and I've been busy, but I just went back, man. Ever since the Washington game that I got off Madden, that's when we been taking these L's. So maybe I get back on Madden, and maybe that gets some kind of spark going. So I'm off Wednesday. Wednesday probably gonna be around early Wednesday afternoon, maybe about 3 Central, something like that.
All
But
right,
just stay
so
tuned at some point on Wednesday. I'm gonna get back up on Madden,
all
and
right,
hopefully that
so
creates spark, man.
all right, so I don't want to see no Deontay Harris, no
Oh my,
all those players that's not playing, take them out, and yeah,
we yeah, I'm gonna definitely get back on Madden Wednesday. But yeah, that basically wraps everything up, man. Once again, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all make this show go, and I'm gonna try not to, man. Yeah, but who I'm gonna be throwing to. But yeah, I'm gonna try not. I'm gonna try not to lose on Madden tomorrow. Maybe that's gonna give us some type of spark. Well,
good
tell
luck
you,
with
I
that.
don't know, man. We gotta change something up. So maybe I get back on Madden. That's gonna change some stuff up. But yeah, that's how it's gonna be this week. So just be on the lookout Wednesday. As far as the post game show, um, be honest, I'm gonna be kind of busy. I'm not sure if we do a post game show, I might not be available, but the team might have to hold it down. But we'll see how things go with that. But other than that, man, shout out to y'all once again. Be on the lookout for our content. And it's the WDN Chatline podcast, and we are out. Who that?
For life.